If you tune in to me, you know you watching the real Gully TV. I got a very special guest this evening. Uh, this is a special feature because predominantly I dominate the media space in the Northeast region.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I be all over the map, and this is actually Pennsylvania, Erie, Pennsylvania.
For sure.
It's actually a hotbed for your fan base. But go ahead and introduce yourself. I appreciate having you.
Already, man. It's my pleasure to be back in Erie, PA, man. Go by the name of Blood Raw, aka B Raw Steen. You feel me?
Yeah. What you been up to, man? You stepped away from the spotlight.
Right. I mean, I just been living life, bro.
Yeah.
To be honest, you know what I'm saying? I still, I'm still doing my music thing, but, I'm a little older now. You know what I'm saying? More settled. You feel me? I got my Raw Renovations company where I develop houses, I build houses, renovate houses. You feel me? So, I'm doing a couple of different things. Just kind of stepped away from the music because the realness in it. You know what I'm saying? The realness had me in a bad space for a minute.
Yeah.
And I just realized, it took my fans from the inboxes, to the text messages, because my number been on CDs for years.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, still have my phone number. People just call me out the blue, you know what I'm saying, or message me on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, you know what I'm saying. It's just they testimonies, man, of what my music done for them, you know what I'm saying,
right.
and got them through, make me want to continue to keep doing my thing.
I need you to refresh me on exactly what part of Florida you represent. What city you from?
I'm from Panama City, Florida. It's actually between Tallahassee and Pensacola.
Okay.
So it's the Panhandle, it's North Florida.
Right.
Yeah.
Something that I wasn't aware of is that you ended up ultimately moving from Florida to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And that's where you got on at?
Yeah, definitely. I actually got on before I moved to Atlanta. So, backstory. I started doing music, you know what I'm saying, like most niggas from the streets. You feel me? As a cover up. You feel me? And I really wasn't taking it serious. I just was, I had the rap vans and, the CDs and just at all the events or whatever. But, I kind of started taking it serious because word on the streets was the feds was coming to pick me up.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my next questions. It was some type of reputation that was attached to you when you came out. I don't know. I mean, niggas had been talking dope talk as far back as Scarface.
Yeah.
But it was something about your particular situation that
Sure.
It was some federal action. Was it this song Represent, or was something that preceded that?
Yeah, Represent was one of the things, was one of the main songs that kind of got the attention of all the labels who wanted to sign me.
Okay.
And really what it was just me representing my city. You know what I'm saying? Naming all my homies who was getting money.
Yeah.
You feel me? Some cats was up under me, and, some cats was my partners. And, I just named everybody from the city that was doing their thing. So for me, it was showing people love, showing my niggas love, like, letting people know we from Panama City, we got something to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it kind of, it was a gift and a curse at the end of the day.
So you basically wrote a Florida version of Ghetto Quran. 50 Cent did a similar song.
Okay, yeah.
How did they receive it in the streets?
Oh man, they loved it. It's from any city. If you shot somebody out from cross town here, they're gonna be like, "Well, that boy said my name in the song."
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's what it was. It was love and everywhere. Cause during this time, man, all my niggas, me and the whole city, we jump in our cars and we have in Florida where we have the Florida Classic, we have Homecoming, we have all these different events that everybody come to.
Yeah.
And my whole city was going to these events, you know what I'm saying, representing Blood Raw.
Okay. Something transpired in your life I can relate to personally. I was a victim of, in Pennsylvania, they call it the Fisher Bill.
Okay.
That's when they certify a juvenile as an adult to send them off to prison.
Yeah.
What exactly did you do to go to the penitentiary at 16? I did the same thing.
Oh man. Yeah. Actually, I was trafficking. I was putting them on high-speed chases. I was doing whatever, jits do in the street, getting money. You know what I'm saying? But the particular time where, you know, they wanted to weigh me up as an adult, they actually wanted it to be a federal case from the jump. They got me off the Greyhound bus. You know what I'm saying? And when they got me off the Greyhound bus, I had like 18 ounces.
Half a joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
at 16.
Yeah. And they was trying to make me tell them, you know what I'm saying, whose own it was.
Yeah.
And I was extremely sarcastic. You feel me? I'd be like, you know, I put my money in the dirt, I come back and it's in the dirt, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. They beat me with phone books, you know what I'm saying? Like, they put the phone book on you and they punch you, they beat you, like, you feel me? So it's like that particular time frame of my life kind of like followed me all the way up until my real federal case. Okay. So they've been wanting me a long time. Yeah. I just, by the grace of God, escaped a lot of different times. You feel me?
Got it. What it was like going to the prison system at 16 in Florida?
My first time going to prison, to be honest, was a joke. Because we had what you call CRD.
What's that?
Controlled release.
Okay.
Or conditional release. Like, you feel me? So they give out game time. They was giving out game time. They was giving out like 300 to 500 days every week. So if you had a 5-year sentence, you was coming home in 6-7 months.
Oh, so that's good time.
That's good time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my first time, I probably did like 10 months. But it was a legal guideline since I had 5 years with 10 years probation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I went to prison, I went to a youth offender program, which is 25 and under. Of course, you go through the adult prison, which is the reception center when you first go.
Classification.
Yeah, classification. You got to go through all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, my first time going to prison, it was a joke, and it wasn't nothing but some jits. But it's wilder than the real prison. Don't get it twisted.
Motherfucking right.
You feel me?
Y'all motherfuckers be getting it in.
Yeah, it's always riots. It's always riots.
Right.
Yeah.
So what was Panama? You said Panama City.
Yep.
What was Panama City's position amongst other places like Miami, Orlando, Tampa, etc.? Was there like a geographical situation where y'all would have problems with them cats from them other cities?
No, but we, you know, my city was always, because it's a smaller town, we always been considered as country niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's no difference than, you know, what Detroit feel like the surrounding cities, or Chicago feel like the surrounding cities. It's, you know, Panama City, them country niggas, like, you feel me? But my whole family from Miami, so I always been ahead of the game. Like, I used to go to Miami every summer. I used to go to California for the summer, you feel me? So I always been ahead of the game. So I never was categorized as a country nigga, you feel me?
Right.
But I was from one of those cities where, you know, that's what it was considered as.
It's my understanding that you went to this notorious institution. Before I heard you speak about this on another platform, I had heard an older guy from Florida on one of these prison channels that's on YouTube speak about this glass jar.
Oh yeah.
With the gold teeth.
Oh yeah, that's
that
Lake
was
Butler.
For real?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's Lake
What
Butler.
prison was that?
Lake Butler.
And they showed that shit to you?
Oh yeah, of course. They got it sitting in there. They got it sitting in there, and it's intimidation as soon as you come in. As soon as you get off the bus, you come in a line.
Yeah.
And they look for niggas with gold teeth. That's who they targeted.
Yeah.
Anybody who got gold teeth, they targeted, and they basically letting you know, like nigga, we'll kick them shits out your mouth.
Tell me what type of status symbol the gold teeth represents to guys, to hustlers in Florida.
For sure.
The whole world rocking them now, but
it's it's a little different now. But when I came up, we called them trophies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You basically had to earn them. Like, if you had gold in your mouth during my era, you know you was getting some money. Like, just regular niggas wasn't getting gold teeth. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even with mine, like, you know, I had 16 diamonds. You know what I'm saying? So that was just it represented something that's totally different now.
Yeah.
But it definitely was one of them things then that everybody was like, boy, that nigga, they'll get it.
Right. Who inspired you to do this hip hop shit? Was it anybody in Florida that you was checking for coming up?
So I came up with 3 individuals that I consider made me want to do music even more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go in order.
Yeah.
It was Tupac, it was Scarface, and then it was Trick Daddy, which is from Florida.
No doubt.
So, you know, those are my 3 people, and all those 3 guys I consider as real artists like that was passionate, that really lived what they was talking about, and really was saying something.
Yeah. What was it? Or what triggered you to go off into the dope boy rap, the cocaine raps?
It was my environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my environment. I grew up in the projects. You know what I'm saying? I lived on almost every side of town in my city. You know, my mama died of heroin. You feel me? And my mom was in and out of prison 2 times before she died. So, you know, I was a mama's baby. Everywhere my mama went, I was with her. So she was a hustler. You know what I'm saying? I seen things that a kid shouldn't have seen at my age. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not placing no judgment because, you know, we all do what we have to do in life. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a good decision or a bad decision. You know what I'm saying? But just the environment. My city is one of those cities, man, especially during this time, you either sold crack or you was on it.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And even now, it's no real jobs unless, you know, people doing entrepreneur things. You feel me? You know, like a big job in my hometown is, you know, working in nursing or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you know, they working for the city or, you know, it's very limited.
Yo, ESS so everyone sees sounds official.
Heineken represent for Brooklyn.
Bag fuel, we in the building. We always represent my nigga Gully TV. You heard?